If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting. The appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had dying fall. Oh, it came, oh my ear, like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odour. Enough, no more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, naught enters there, of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute, so full of shape is fancy, that it alone is high fantastical. You must know, surely, you must know it was all for you. You are too generous to trifle with me. I believe you spoke with my aunt last night, and it has taught me to hope, as I'd scarcely allowed myself before. If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes have not changed, but one word from you will silence me forever. If, however, your feelings have changed, I will have to tell you, you have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love you. I never wish to be parted from you from this day on. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity. It was the season of light, it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. We had everything before us, we had nothing before us. We were all going direct to heaven, we were all going direct the other way. In short, the period was so far like the present period, that some of its noisiest authorities insisted on its being received for good or for evil, in the superlative degree of comparison only. You know, you're not at all as I'd pictured you. I'd been thinking of you as a retired general's widow, Indian Army. I thought you'd be terrifically grim and memsahibbish, and that the whole place would be simply crammed with Benares brass. Instead, it's heavenly. Quite heavenly. Lovely proportions. That's a fake. Ah, but this table's genuine. I'm simply going to love this place. Absolutely perfect. Real bedrock respectability. But why do away with a centre mahogany table? Little tables just spoil the effect. Of course, Mrs. Ralston, you're absolutely right about the little tables. I was being carried away by my feeling for period. If you had a mahogany dining table, you'd have to have the right family around it. Stern, handsome father with a beard, prolific, faded mother, 11 children of assorted ages, a grim governess, and somebody called Poor Harriet, the poor relation who acts as a general dog's body and is very, very grateful for being given a good home. When you look at the night sky, you know you are looking at stars, which are hundreds of thousands of light years away from you. And some of the stars don't exist anymore, because their light has taken so long to get to us that they are already dead. Or they have exploded and collapsed into red dwarfs. And that makes you seem very small. And if you don't have difficult things in your life, it is nice to think that they are what is called negligible, which means that they are so small that you don't have to take them into account when you're calculating something. It's because of all the light pollution in London. It's all the light from street lights and car headlights and floodlights, and lights in the buildings reflect off tiny particles in the atmosphere, and they get in the way of the light from the stars.